What if understanding evil meant confronting it face to face? What if, in order to stop monsters, you had to think like one? Mindhunter, created by Joe Penhall and produced by David Fincher, isn't your typical crime drama. There are no car chases, no shootouts, no last minute rescues. Instead, it's a slow, methodical descent into the psychology of serial killers and those obsessed with understanding them. Through interviews with real serial killers, dramatized with haunting accuracy, Mindhunter explores the origins of behavior most of us would rather ignore. But these aren't just monsters, they're people, which makes them all the more terrifying. And the show dared to ask, can evil be understood? Or is that the beginning of its seduction? The old methods aren't working anymore. Killers are no longer robbers, jealous lovers, or opportunists. They're organized, patient, and terrifyingly detached. Holden Ford, our entry point, is a young FBI agent with a dangerous idea. What if we talk to these killers? Not just to catch them, but to understand them. It's a radical thought, but it's also the beginning of something revolutionary: criminal profiling. The heart of Mindhunter lies not in action, but in dialogue. Long, quiet conversation with the most disturbing figures in American criminal history. Edmund Kemper, Richard Speck, Jerry Budos, all portrayed with chilling accuracy by actors who embody their mannerism, voices, and contradictions. These scenes are masterclass in tension. There are no flashbacks, no gore, just language, and somehow that makes it worse. As viewers, we're forced into the same uncomfortable position as the agents. We listen, we analyze, we watch the killer's charm, boast, deflect, and reveal. These interviews aren't just character studies, they're exploration of the human psyche and how far it can stray from what we call normal. David Fincher's style is unmistakable: cold, controlled, clinical. In Mindhunter, his direction becomes a psychological tool. Every camera is deliberate, every silence is a statement. Unlike most crime dramas, the show doesn't rely on visual spectacle. It relies on dread, the kind that simmers under the surface. Lighting is low, dialogue is dense, violence is rare but meaningful. Even color tells a story. The beige offices of Quantico, the gray walls of the prisons, the warm but unsettling tones of tense suburban home. Holden Ford starts out with a curiosity, a desire to explore new psychological frontiers. But as the show unfolds, that curiosity becomes obsession. He begins to see patterns others miss, but he also begins to lose his grip on empathy. He gets too close, too comfortable with the killer he studies. By the end of season 1, Holden isn't just understanding serial killers, he's starting to mirror them. Emotional detachment, social isolation, compulsion. His panic attack in the hospital isn't just a result of fear. It's the moment that he realized that he's losing control. While Holden dives into the darkest corners of the human mind, characters like Bill Tench and Dr. Wendy Carr offer different lenses. Bill Tench, the seasoned agent, tries to compartmentalize, but when his adopted son is involved in a crime, the line between his job and personal life collapses. The show subtly asks, can criminality be inherited, or is it made? Dr. Wendy Carr, the academic, battles for recognition in a male-dominated system. Her queerness is never central to the plot, but always relevant to her experience. She's a character constantly forced to mask who she is, even as she tries to unmask others. In the background of Mindhunter is a second narrative, one that creeps through the shadows: the BTK killer, Dennis Rader. We never hear his name, but we see him, a man who installs alarms by day and tortures his victims by night. His story is never resolved. He's the embodiment of what the FBI couldn't see coming: the killer who adapted faster than the system could evolve. His presence is a reminder that the work is never done. The danger never really leaves. Mindhunter isn't about solving crimes, it's about understanding them, and in doing so, confronting something darker in others and in ourselves. It asks us to consider, is evil the result of trauma, environment, biology, or is it something else entirely? It's a quiet show, but beneath the silence is a scream, a reminder that monsters are real, and they often wear human faces. And maybe that's the point. Because once you look into the abyss, it's already looking back.